So, what is the town of Comox? What are you as the mayor? What are you doing to help us get ahead on this stuff?
Well, I think mention the OCP review. That's very important. But when we look at infrastructure, we're looking at it differently. We're looking at the life cycle costing. We're also being encouraged through the federal and provincial governments to do more infrastructure that is conducive to walkability, whether it's sidewalks, whether it's cycling lanes, traffic circles. Those are the kind of partnerships that they're encouraging us to do.
And they're actually saying you can't use certain kinds of money for certain kinds of projects, but if you do these kind of projects, we will partner with you on cost.
Yeah.
So again, doing things in a more sustainable way is better for me as a taxpayer in Comox. Is that right?
Absolutely. The traffic circle was funded in part through provincial and federal monies. It was identified as one that could reduce greenhouse gas emissions because traffic isn't stopping, right. It's going around in the circle.
It's safer too there.
Absolutely safer. The cycling lane project at the top of Comox Hill that we're going to do in the next month has been funded hopefully funded through the Towns for Tomorrow and the gas tax money. Those are all designed to encourage mobility, accessibility, and just the ease of getting around on cycling. There'll be some sidewalk improvements there. So that enables people to get from A to B in ways not just related to the vehicle, but multimodal.
Right. But you talked earlier about the secondary suite thing. That was some place where council actually had to stand up and say, this is going to happen because it's a good thing, even though there is some pushback. So, my sense is that on some of these things, the council or policy might be ahead of where people are. And does council have a thick enough skin to stand up on this stuff?
I think so. It's a partnership between the private sector and the public sector, and trying to lead and follow and push and pull. I think that it's worked out generally. We're always going to have neighborhood complaints. We know that that's just part of being a local government, and people are very accessible and people know where to find us. But we have to also engage people and say, look, this isn't going to be that big an impact, really. It's no different than somebody who's got 4 cars in their driveway. If you have a if you have a suite, there might be another car, but it's got to be parked on the driveway.
Right.
And the experience, anecdotally, that we've seen, it hasn't been that big a deal. And so let's keep embracing that, and let's look at affordability.
Okay.
We have to have an inclusive community, and it's not to say that it's all one type or another. It's allowing people to use their existing housing form in a way that's slightly different.
Okay. Thank you very much for your time, and I'm going to encourage you and council to get that thick skin and basically stand up for sustainability.
Yeah.
Because it matters to me as a taxpayer, but also as somebody who really enjoys my quality of life here.
One thing somebody said to me recently is that you have to have both a thick and a thin skin, so that you have to be willing to listen, but also to lead. So that's the challenge we have.
Okay.
Right.
Well, good luck with that.
Okay.
Thanks for watching.